back into shot. There we go. Oh. Ooh. I'm doing too well here. What is up, guys, and welcome to the horror game called Home. This was on the store and it was very cheap for the PlayStation. It was £1.90, I think, or £1.60, sorry. And as the Horror Fest is coming up, just a few days away, I thought, why not? Let's play a horror game. So I'm just going to get the live stream up here, quickly. Just do that. And I don't want to waste any time on this. So, just for a recap. We've got 3 days of live streams coming up. Binding of Isaac, Soma. Well, I've got the list now. Oh, I forgot the list. I've lost it. It's... So far we have going... I'll actually go to the page, man. Oh, well, this is great. I did actually have the list. There we go. So, the game's confirmed for the Horror Fest. I know it's not really horror, but it's called Classic. We've got Resident Evil 1, or Resident Evil 0. We have Alien Isolation. We have Soma. We have Layers of Fear. Binding of Isaac. Outlast. It's going to be great. Hopefully you guys will come along to that. It's going to be absolutely fucking amazing. But yeah, let's get into this one before we get into anything else. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend that you put aside an hour and a half and complete it in a single sitting. No. I'll probably get through this whole game tonight, guys. I'm going to go through it once. I may come back to it again later on in life as well. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm literally going to go through for about 45 minutes. Stop. Go again. Because it is currently midnight. It's a perfect time to do a horror game. Turn up the sound. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. If you ever turn off the lights, you'll be able to see me. And so, not very clever to do that. Less so as to do on my laptop, but yeah. Let's do this. All I remember at that point was us finding myself alone. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight? Ooh. Yeah, this is a complete side-scroller pixel horror game. That house. Where was I? Hello, dead guy. There was a body just lying on the floor. Who was it? Kitty. That cat made me jump. I'm not gonna lie, that cat made me jump. I noticed that I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg, I wondered? How could I really recall that I was coming home, seeing Rachel? I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head until I tried to clear it. I knew I am really bad today. I'm so sorry, guys. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. It seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. Ah. Wait, what? There were scribbles of all kinds of scraps of paper and notes about some kind of water tower. Did he mean by the old train yard? The hell is that? A thin grey mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked like frantic, exhausted. Should I fear it? If I say yes, are you gonna bite me? That's a really good question. Okay. That's an unsettling mechanic. A collection of old places. This was an odd place to keep yard tools. What would they have been used for in here? I've had a picture of a couple. It looked to have been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Should I press the... Did I press the... Did I press the switch? Not should I, or would I, or could I. Did I? I pressed some switch. I literally keep thinking there's someone outside the window. Because the window's like literally just here. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. It was fine, because if anything's gonna try and find me, then they're just gonna follow the muddy tracks. So fuck it. The bathroom was incredibly clean. Every surface had been thoroughly wiped, and nothing seemed out of place. There was a photo development tray on this. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were bare. They were pretty blurry. Wait, no. It seemed odd that they had been left there, considering how clean the rest of the bathroom was. There is a safe mechanic, right? There's no save mechanic. I gave the door a hard shove, and to my surprise it cracked open. Oh. Trophy earned cause and effect. I'm just gonna move myself over so if I get any notifications that it doesn't quite fuck me over. Advanced settings, camera and video. Upper right, flip horizontally. Back to game. It didn't make much sense at the time. Oh Christ. The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had found a way out? I must have moved it, right? Oh, fuck. Then I heaved the box forward and finally it gave. There was a ladder going underground, where the box was. A dank smell arose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? And this is where I die. My leg hurt as like hell as I climbed down the ladder below. It was even darker and the smell wasn't getting any better. But I had to get out of there. I had to find my way home. Whatever this place was, it obviously was used a lot. The guy upstairs must have done this. But what was his interest in the water tower? Some markings matched the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in the town over the last few years. Wait. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find out. I've had to find a way out first, and I needed to see what else was down here. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home. I just read that. Wait, what? A work table covered in paper, dirt, and gun? And like a climatic. I'll take it. Sorry, where me? The desk looked old and caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper covered with what looked to be names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I'm going to make a few letters. None of it made any sense to me. Why is there a door down here? No ladder going down. There's a hook up there. Rusted hook looked like a kind you find in the butcher's hanging from the ceiling, but it looked pretty worn and worn from heavy use. The one upstairs. Did he do this? No, he just thought, fuck it, let's buy hooks. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were used for holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were torn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. They looked like a cage. It was small, but there was nothing coating the bottoms. But there was something coating the bottom, something wet. And there finds a fleshy friend. Don't think I should keep going down here. Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? I swear that's someone. This is like... Oh, that's cool. I like that. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Alright. No. Maybe there was somewhere to get down without risking an injury. Oh, I could just walk over it. I was hoping from here. Did I take it? Yeah, sure, let's take it. I had the rope now. There must have been a way to use it if it ran somewhere around here. Alright. The rope found with her let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yes, we did. I could hear a faint hum. The smell of... started to get worse. A bunch of old newspapers. Wheat pasted together. A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave-in. Okay. I could still feel the faint impression of the rope had slid down and pressed against my heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my legs was so bad enough as it was. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least I thought. I had found an old handgun that seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone could crawl through there, but it was so high up that it must have been sore from. Landing. The smell was, there was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was a grass made within it. Okay. This is an interesting game. It really is. Disgusting. It was a mess of fluffy garbage bags on the floor. This part was in the trailer. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did it hit the videotape? Yes. Wasn't sure what I'd hoped to discover within the tape, but I took it anyway. My nipple hurts. Trickling sound like water. What was that? Kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Think about it, it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? Yeah, we'll take it. There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I know I can climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water. Okay. Ooh. I'm sorry. Door's locked. There must a musty smell from inside. Oh, I can get in this way though, can't I? Though through the dust I could see handprints on the previous use. From the sewers. I could turn this valve to shut off its flow. Did I turn it? Fuck it. No, that didn't do what I thought it done. Oh. Ah, there's more valves. Any more? There's going to be something on the way back, isn't there? Ah, okay. So do I have to turn it more than once then? I didn't realise that one. Oh, the one was in there, wasn't it? Yeah, that's done. This is really interesting, it really is. I'm just gonna quick, because I just received a message of someone, I'm just gonna shut it off. There we go. Was that the key to the door? How do I use items? I got a key, but I don't know how to use it, nor do I know how to use the handgun. Safety must have been definitely at this. Wow. Oh my god. Oh. Security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what happened. Maybe this VHS I found could be useful. Ah, wow. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully... Why would you think about the knife as you're taking away someone's keys? Some of this game really does not make much sense. Like, I got a bunch of keys, so... Does that mean this door's gonna be unlocked? Yep. That's your VCR, I wonder what was in it, VHF. Yep. I'm beginning to get really unconscious. Unnerved about playing this. Wonder if that key I think got opens up the door. That was this way. Okay. I don't like that room. I don't like that room. I don't like that room at all. Oh! Fuck a duck. Oh shit, Nimmers. Okay. It's okay. Alright. Must have been this other end of the ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gotten past that flooded room with this. Would have been the... Would I need the gun before the end of both white weighed me down? And what the fuck? This gave me the chills. Who was it? Something the office man gave me a pine scent of blast in the fresh air. Am I out? Did I win? Their eyes. Patch must have made dirt and grass. I thought it was mine. Did I take it? Okay. Hmm. If I die, I'd miss that. Sorry, guys. You're gonna do something. You're gonna do something. Can I get through there? Ooh. There's someone back here. There's someone back here. It's quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of an increasing wind buffering. Oh no! What am I even doing here? Wait, what were these train receipts? I thought the receipts had been picked up. I picked up matched, but of course not. The station had been closed for years. The ticket must have been used for the newest station opened up when I was out of town. However, I noticed the urgent looking pages covered in the notes, scribbles and diagrams. Oh god, that made me jump. Trophy and escape route. No map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was a train of routes connected to the old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found on the transit had similar locations marked on it. The notes I found with the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower, and even this train yard. What was he doing? Coming back here? There's something watching me. See? Another train was ripped open and hanging with a shred of metal. As well as the broken fence, had a dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of an outwear. Inside the train shell, I could see a few faint impacts like wounds. They could have been bullet marks. Wait, was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn. Alright, I realised I was touching the gun I found as I thought. Oh fuck. Hello, creepy eyes watching me? Okay. Let's leave this creepy ass place. There's more than one thing watching me. The door, there was a door. Oh no, the door's on the other side of this. This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribbled on this notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was faded to see clearly. I do like the transitions in this, that's pretty good. Oh, I tried to read some of the names and marks, I had leave some that I found. Why not? The feed you'd stroke, so R&T. Felt like a teenager facing the table. R&H, even not R&T. What the fuck am I watching then? What is this? Path ended over Whitney Cold River. Wasn't sure if I was safe to cross it. Did I cross it? Yeah. Is it safe to cross? That was safe to cross. What the fuck was that? What? What? What's wrong? Two bodies, young woman and half. Two bodies, two young women, with a half dug into hasty shallow graves between the trees. The young-looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. I had no idea who these girls were. Then I touched the gravesite. Yeah, let's just stick my fingerprints everywhere. Aww. This guy's really nice. What if like, secretly he's the insane guy? Let's boo-boo. How's that? I jumped into the dirt. And grass was a plastic card sign. I brushed it off as was surprised. See, it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take my credit card back? I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully, I could find my driver's license too. Anything this way? Who knows? I can see it. Just dilapidated outbuilding. I wonder if I could find my way around. We'll go this way first. No, just another one of these. Oh wow, there's loads of ways to go up. Give me a sec, guys. Is this the right way back? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I can't get in that way. Ooh, I found the people's camp who died. There's I don't like that. I really don't like that. You get like a rustle and then the controller goes. Fuck. Don't something. No, don't. I don't know what that says. It says something. Grimy sink and patch that looked almost clean. There was a damp smelling plank leaning against the stall door. There's a dead person behind it. That filth smashed. This washroom obviously hadn't been cleaned in a while. It's very quite this building. What the fuck was meant to be in there? Let's go through this bush. The sign was the same as the first one I'd seen. It must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I'd never want to return there. Finding that campsite really had a strange unsettling. I couldn't imagine why anyone would want to abandon their site in the middle of the night, especially in that dark forest. I was relieved, at least, to finally be out of there. Even though I peered through the dense trees, I could see cracks of light and a bit of land beyond. I must have been getting closer to town, but where exactly was I? As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a mechanic all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Oh god, no. Oh no, the dead guy. The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. I'm telling you guys, I bet he did it. Whoa. Oh. One of the lockers hung open, its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Let's go upstairs. I know about this plant smelled old and rotted. I'd noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspapers, cartoons, and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the oldest guys on the line. So I to the side too. More stairs. Looked like beer bottles had been used on the table recently. I wondered, was that guard on... No, I'll go upstairs. Okay. Nothing creepy about that at all. No, this was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when he worked here. Power plant. Looked like a shut off. Yeah, fuck it. Mismatched tools, items. Yeah, sure, take the hammer. Locker was a complete mess. Hidden in the bottom there was a magnetic card. Yeah. 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 Wait, what? There we go. Alright. I wouldn't believe I've been trotting around in this game for half an hour. Struck up with a hammer, the wooden boards came apart easily. After I removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. Okie dokie. This was my locker, in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up, though. I thought I'd taken that picture home when the factory closed. The floor was lit with liquor bottles. Looked like someone had holed up here. The smell of booze made me wrench. Alright. Bail. There's a stairwell around here. No, there's not. Did I go this way? The locker was stuffed with dirty dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out. The face was unrecognisable. Okay. That was loud. Back into the ground again. Ow. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. letter on the floor. Then I tried to read the letter. Most of the letter was violently scratched out, but what it looked like ballpoint pen. Well, look like I was need to. Just don't. Okay. Yes, I stepped out of the factory, glad to be rid of the smell of its memories. I couldn't stop thinking about that room with the bottles in it. What was that? Was that guard on the fan really drinking outside? Was that what about Norman? And Norman? And who had rooted through all those lockers? I couldn't tell where I was. I looked around, but I figured I needed to get to the road, get my bearings. Maybe Norman could help. But his store wasn't that far from the turnoff factory. I remembered, if I remembered correctly. Do you know why you can't find Norman? It's because you killed him. There's legit nothing here. I guess the creepiness is more towards the story than it is jump scares or anything. The garbage bin was disgusting with rotten food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out of one of the bags. It was my driver's license. Damaged to take it back. Putting the card off as best as I could, it looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to find my credit card, and now this. I tucked into my wallet next to my credit card. It sounded like I was going to start raining again. It's fine. I deal with thunder. I entered Norman's place, which... This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of a television. I'm gonna find Norman dead, man. He's gonna be dead. What the hell, one of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on the rack. But this is Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was he doing here? Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found, seemed to match all the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit here. Did I place it back on the cabinet? No. Though it weighed on me, I had a hard time parting with it, with a weapon like just them. Don't blame me, buddy. But to be fair, I can't see me being able to fight or anything. So I'm just gonna put it back here. Norman, what were you gonna do with all the... Oh, I can't put it back there now anyway. Oh, okay, no, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker, and one of the few friends I had in the town lay dead beside his armchair. No! Norman! You are my only friend! His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide in shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? What did you have? Why did you have her coat? Not why you left it on the floor. Who's doing this? Why am I involved? Just why was my girlfriend here? Norman, maybe you deserve better. You probably did. Did you close his eyes? Yeah. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did so. I wasn't sure if he wanted to give him peace or if I couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. So what, guys? I'm going to leave this episode here. I'm probably going to pick it up again straight away. So I will see all you guys in the next video. Peace out, my friends. Bye!